Okay, for me, let's just talk about the syllabus. So everyone received this one, the syllabus. So totally, this class we have 120 hours. And in this class, we'll talk about meridians and acupoints. So the book we will use is called A Manual of Acupuncture, second edition. Okay, you can Google this one online, and there is application, or you can buy the application, or you can buy the book. And this class will start today, and then every Monday, let's see, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Okay, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. 3 hours. So that means it's from today to February, right? February 15th. So attendance will be 10%. And we don't have homework, we don't have quiz. We have midterm 40%, final exam 50%. Yeah. So that means, or we could combine this one, attendance and the quiz together, percent. Yeah, possible we'll have like pop-up quiz. Prepare for that. Okay, so let's start our lecture. So we will talk about meridians first. Yeah, we will talk about meridian first. Right, general introduction of meridians and collaterals. After we finish this one, we will talk about introduction of acupoints. Right, so this part is very important. Right, this part is the most important part, the introduction part. So unlike other courses, introduction is not that important, but for this course, introduction part are very important. Okay. That is the whole system of our meridians collaterals. Right, we'll talk about the 12 main meridians, 12 divergent channels, 12 sinew channels, 12 cutaneous regions. Then we'll talk about the 8 extraordinary meridians. The 15 collaterals. Okay, take a look at this picture. These lines, right, red color, blue color, these lines are meridians. And they are the main meridians. And this one, dark ones. And this one, that's the extraordinary meridians. Yeah, meridians are the lines in our body. The first concept we need to know what the meridian looks like. Sure, like in our body, you cannot find these lines. You cannot. So meridians and collaterals, or 经络 in Chinese, right? 经络 are pathways that transport qi and blood and connect the internal zone organs with the surface and other parts of the body. So for meridians and collaterals, qi and blood will circulate in the meridians and collaterals. And these lines will connect the internal zone organs. That means the qi and blood can circulate to the zone organs. So it sounds like the vessels, right? Like the vessels, the arteries, the vessels, the arteries. They are similar, but they are not the same. In TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, we have meridians, collateral systems. We also have vessels. Okay. Jing channel or meridian. In some book call it meridian. Some book call it channel. So when you say channel or meridian, they are talking about the same thing. That's a longitudinal line or path or straight line. Yeah, it's like those ones. They are lines. Or they look like lines in the body. Run longitudinally through the body at a relatively deep level and connect with the internal zone organs. So, Jing, right? Meridians is a relatively deep level. It's a little bit deep. Connect with the internal zone organs. Once, these lines connect with the zone organs, that means it will go a little bit deeper. The organs are in the deepest position in our body, and the jing can connect with the zone organs. That means the jing, the meridian, is relatively deeper. And on the other hand, luo or collaterals, sometimes call it luo connecting channels. And this one is like a network. Yeah, network like this, right? Network. It's like a net. They are the branches which are separated from channels and run superficially and transversely all over the body like a net. Okay, in this picture, it's like, right, that's the meridian, right? Meridian go deeper, see? Will connect with the some organs. And collaterals is more superficial, right? More superficial. Collaterals are separated from the meridians. So there's many. There's many lines from each meridians. For example, it's sure it's not like this, right? It looks like this, right? There are many branches. See, it's like a net. So if that's the meridians, and these small lines separated from the meridians are the collaterals. They form a net. Yeah, like this. Meridians at a relatively deep level because it connects some organs, and the channels is more superficial. Right? More superficial, that means it will not connect with some organs. So in the meridian and collateral systems, if the lines connect with the some organs, that means deeper. Okay. Okay, that's the terms of acupuncture. So this one is from the CTC MPAO. Yeah, the college, right? The college of the TCM in Ontario. Meridians, like in Ontario, in the formal exam, like the board exam, we will use these terms. We will use these terms. There are many like terms for TCM because the translations are different. Different book, the translations are different. And the college, right, use these terms. Yeah, meridians, collateral, meridian and collateral. Also, we will talk about the main meridian, extra meridian, and the meridian point, extraordinary point, acupuncture point. Right. Just for now, we just generally read it. Okay. Just generally read it. Have some impression of these terms. Okay, let's take a look at the meridian collateral system. meridians. We have 12 main meridians. And under these 12 main meridians, we have 12 divergent channels. We have 12 muscle regions, or sometimes some people call it sinew channels. So when you see like muscle regions, when you see sinew channels, they're talking about the same thing. And we have 12 cutaneous regions. Then that's the 8 extra meridians, or 8 extraordinary vessels. You could notice there are many translations, like meridians, jing, meridians. Here they use vessels. Don't be confused by the translations. Right, the keywords that's extraordinary. When you see like talk about the 8 extraordinary meridians, vessels, they're talking about the same thing. Okay, don't be confused by meridians or vessels. 15 collaterals, or sometimes called the law connecting channels. Yeah. I mean 15 collaterals. That is the law connecting channels. The 15 collaterals, right? Collaterals, we know the collaterals is relatively superficial, the most superficial. And even there's some collaterals even more superficial, like the minute collaterals and superficial collaterals. Okay. So it's like this. That's the main meridian. We have 12 main meridians, right? Lines in the body. And there's many branches. Right. So some branches, for example, this branch, this one's special. This one's special. We call it a divergent, this one. Right. This one's special, we call it a divergent. And this one, also this one is special. We call it collateral. Okay. And on the collaterals, so the collaterals is sometimes is still very long. It's not short, still long. The divergence, the long. Collaterals, there's some small branches on it too. And the small branches, there's even smaller. Okay. So the other branches is not special. We don't give it any like special names. For this two, special. So we give it a special name. These special ones, we call it divergent. This special one, we call it collateral. Right? So this one just one of the 12 main meridians. There's another one. Right? There's another one. There's another one. Right? And there's this one not so right. So that means yeah, there are many. So for each, there are 12 of them. 12 of them. For each of them, there are many branches on it. Okay. And for each main meridians, it always have a special one, like this one, let's see, this one, that's this one, right? So these special ones, that's the divergent. Right, that's why there are totally 12 main meridians. There will be 12 divergent because each main meridian has one divergent. And then this, well, here, why this one, there's 15 collaterals. We'll talk about this one later. This 15 include 12 collaterals. 12 collaterals from the 12 main meridians. That means each main meridians will have one collateral. So totally there will be 12 collaterals. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you're saying that each collateral will have a main meridian, but the other three, they're by themselves. The other three collaterals, they don't have an associated divergent one, right?
Yeah, this is really special. It's from the 8th actual meridian.
Okay, thank you.
So let's change the color. This one. So that's okay. That's the collateral, right? Okay, that's the collateral. That's the collateral. Let's see. That's the collateral. So for each collateral, there's branches, right? There's small ones, like innate, superficial ones. So to form a net. So that means all the meridians, they are not separate. So from this picture seems many of them are separate, but actually they connect with each other. Oh, here talk about the deep level, the superficial level, and the deep level, like more interior. The deepest the level, that's the zone organs. Yeah, the meridians belongs to these zone organs. Yeah, in TCM, how many zone organs we have? Zone organ and foreorgan. Yeah, we will talk about the 12, right? 12 zone organs here. That's why we have 12 meridians. So each meridian belongs to one zone organ or foreorgan. For example, lung, kidney, urinary bladder, gallbladder. Right, they are the zone organs, and the meridians belongs to these zone organs. For example, lung meridian. If we talk about the lung meridian, so this meridian belongs to which organ? Which organ this meridian belong to? Lung meridian. That means yeah, kidney meridian. The wall belongs to kidney. And between the interior and the exterior, that's the meridians. The interior and the exterior. In middle, that's the meridian systems. So 12 meridians. That's the trunk of meridian. Extra meridians govern, regulate, link, chain the blood for all meridians. 12 divergent meridian branches connecting interior and exterior. So take a look. If we connect interior and exterior, that means this one will be deeper. Right. In meridian and collateral systems, if the lines connect the organs, if the organs connect, if the meridians, if the lines connect the organs, that means these lines will be deeper. Right. So from the definition here, divergent are still branches, right? Still branches. That's the branch, special branch. And this one, relatively deeper. Collateral, like this one, that's the collateral. This one's the divergent. Collateral is superficial because it doesn't connect with some organs, collaterals. So this one goes superficial. And divergent, that's a special one, special branch. This one connect with the some organs. Once it connects with some organs, it means divergent is deeper. "15 lower meridians, still branches, communicate interior and exterior." So this one, interior, that means here you can note that's the meridian. Okay. This one, that's the organ. Meridian is deeper. So for the lower collateral, for the collaterals, use collateral. So for the collaterals, meridian is relatively deeper, interior. Right? So that's the main meridian. Compare with the collaterals, the main meridian is deeper, it's more interior. And we also have 365 lower meridians. So they're just small ones. Right, we totally have 365. As the small branches also connect to points. For exterior, we have 12 sinews and 12 skins. Yeah, skin level, cutaneous. Skin level is the most superficial ones. Yeah, so sinews controlled by the meridians. And 12 skins distributed according to meridians. So that means that's the meridians, right? And the skin, to R2. Yeah, the skin, the cutaneous regions distributed according to the meridians. Right, the meridian here and the skins here. And it's not just a line for the skin. It's called the skin regions. That means that's a big area. That means the skin covers the meridians. Okay. And the sinews the same. Sinews, this one also controlled by the meridian. For example, the long sinews were controlled by the long meridian. Let's see this one, that's the long meridian. Okay, this one is the long meridian. Okay, the long meridians. This is special branch we call long divergent. Right, this one we call it long divergent. And the collaterals, that's called long collaterals. And the long sinew. Long skin region. Right, that's the long organ. Also say like the kidney. They have kidney meridian, kidney divergent, kidney collaterals, kidney sinews, kidney skin regions. That's the lung, right? And this one, for example, that's the large intestine, right? Large intestine, there's special branch. That's the divergent. And this one, that's the collaterals, right? That's the collaterals. There's some other branches. And also there's skin. Of the skin for the large intestine. It's a region, okay? For the skin, that's a region. But this region will along its relative, its related meridian, right? This purple one, that's the large intestine skin region. Right? There are totally 12 of them, 12 of them. And all 12 skin regions will cover our whole body. The lung covers this part, large intestine covers this part of our skin, our body, right? And there are 12 of them. So these 12 skin regions will cover every part of our body. Okay. The functions of the channels. So why we have channels, why we have meridians. First one, transporting qi and blood throughout the body and rendering the body an integrated whole. The second one, protecting the body. Yeah, for example, like the collaterals, they form a net, right? And the skin regions, they cover the whole body. So definitely it can protect our body. And here talk about the superficial and the deepest level. The cutaneous regions, that's the skin regions, right? The skin regions, that's the most superficial. Right? You can touch your skin, right? You can touch your skin. So that's the most superficial level in the meridian collateral system. And the minute collaterals, that's the small branches. And the sinew channels and the luo connecting channels, luo connecting channels, that's the collaterals. Yeah, see different box, we use a different terms. Primary channels, that's the main meridian. Okay, that's the main meridian. Main meridian. Primary channels, that's the main meridians. Divergent channels, extraordinary channels, extraordinary vessels, channels, deep pathway of the primary and divergent channels. Primary, that's the main meridian. Main meridian. So you must be very confused why here there's main meridian, here main meridian again. So that means the main meridian, it will connect with the organs. Right? When we talk about the meridians, we know it will connect with the organs. So the part, because the meridians are very long, right? Very long. That's the organs. So we will see this part go deeper, connect with the organs. Let's see, that's the lung organs, right? Okay, this part, it go deeper. So we call this one the deep pathway. And this part is relatively more superficial, right? We have acupoints on it. We have acupoints on it. So that's the main meridians, this part here. And deep pathway, that's this part. Divergent is the same. Divergent, there's a part connect with the organs. And there's a part relatively like more superficial. So that's the deep pathway. That is the most superficial pathway. The third function, responding to this function in the body. Disease of the channels themselves. Yeah, if the lung meridian, there's something wrong. There must be some reflections on the meridian itself. For example, for some acupoints, for example, there's a point here. If this meridian has something wrong, when you press this point on this meridian, like you will feel it's very painful. So the disease of the channels themselves, or disease of the zone organs reflecting onto the channels. You know, the deep pathway will connect with the organs, right? With the organs. If the organs has something wrong, it could reflect on this point too, or maybe reflect on this point. That when you press it, is especially painful. Or disease transmitting via the channels. This one, that means because not just one channel, right? There's several, 12 of them. And in some way, they will connect with each other. For example, through the collaterals, or maybe they connect with the same organs. Right? And there's something wrong of this meridian. Okay, the pathogens and the disease could transmit it to this one. Right. Let's go here to go in this channel, right? And affected this channel's organs. So this meridian sick. If this meridian is sick first, and the disease will transmit to this meridian and to this organ. Visibly showing disease. Visibly showing disease. This one, for example, sometimes, for example, the cutaneous, the skin will, sometimes the small part of the skin will show some different colors. It could be especially red or especially like some purple blue color. So this one could be the reflection of some disease. If red color, right? Here, that's the lung, right? and that's the skin. If the skin looks red, that means it could be there's some heat in the body or in the lung. Or if there's some purple color along the meridians, there could be could indicate some, for example, blood stasis. First, the channels. The channel serves to transmit the qi to the diseased area. Serve to transmit the acupuncture stimulation from the acupuncture point to the diseased area of the body. Okay, for example, this organ. The organ is the diseased area. So we can needle on this point or massage on this point. And the stimulation will transmit from this point to the organs, to the diseased area. That is why we needle the point on the hand, and it could treat the disease of the organs, lung organs. Yeah, for some people they can't understand, right? Because like they come to see because they cough, because he coughs for a long time. He coughed for a long time, and it came into your office or clinic, and you needle the point or massage the point on the hand, and you tell them like, okay, it's very like useful to treat the cough, and they can't understand why. My lung is not here, not on my hand. But we know, right? We know because we have meridians. The meridians connect the interior organs with the exterior skin or cutaneous regions or acupoints. That means through the meridians, the acupoints connect with the organs. So for this part, do you have any questions?
So once you start pressing on those points through acupressure and it fixes the problem in one of the organs, the other organ that was cross-contaminated, does that one like get better too?
Yes, right. Actually, right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
Okay, the 12 main meridians. The 12 main meridians, we call it the 12 main meridians. Some books call it the 12 regular channels. Some books call it the 12 primary channels. So, I know it's hard, right? Especially for new students. But for now, we can just remember one, main meridians. 12 main meridians. So these 12 main meridians are the most important, dominant part in the channel system. Meridian system. So 12 main meridians belong to the zone organs internally and connect to the extremities and joints externally. So enable the human body to be an organic whole. This word is very important for TCM. Right? TCM will talk about the holism. So that means we will not see the human body just like lung is the lung, kidney is the kidney. We see the body as a whole. So if one organ is affected, the other organ will be affected. So we need to find exactly which organ is the primary one, right? Once we find the root, the primary organs, that is disease, then we can treat this organ, the primary one, and the other organs will be treated. So why we need to see the whole body as a whole, the body as a whole? Because we have meridians. The meridians connect with the organs and connect with the other meridians, make the body as a whole. Here we talk about the names. Each channel corresponds to and connect internally with one of the 12 zone organs. The channels corresponding to the zone organs are 6 yin meridians. The organs are 6 yang meridians. For these 3 yin, 6 yin and 6 yang meridians, 3 from the hand, 3 belongs to the feet. Same here. Okay, so take a look at this. Long meridians, and we use this code LU, right? Because we needed to write them, and for short, we just use LU. or if you try to see the meridians, you'd better write down, right? Long meridian. Okay. And LU usually means the organ, right? The organ. Organ. So we need to remember these codes, right? You need to remember these organs. Long meridian, large intestine meridian, stomach meridian, spleen meridian, heart, small intestine, bladder, right? That's this bladder, that's a urinary bladder, but we'll just use a bladder. Kidney, pericardium, triple energizer, gallbladder, liver. So the nomenclature of the 12 main meridians is based on the 3 factors. First one, hand or foot, yin or yang, a zang or 4 organs. Let's take a look at this one. Let's make up a copy. Okay. Take a look at the name here. That's the full name. Okay, that's the full name of the meridian. Full name. Yeah, we'll always say like a long meridian, right? If you just say long meridian, that's the first name. Okay. If just a long meridian, that's the first name. And actually, that's the full name of the meridian, of the long meridian. And in this full name, and hand or foot. So for long meridians, it's a hand, right? It's a hand. And the foot tells you the location at the upper limbs and lower limbs. So that means long meridian of a hand. That means the long meridian locate at the upper limbs on the hand. And the second one, yin or yang, traveling along the yin or yang aspect of the body. For example, yin aspect, the medial region of the body and the limbs. The yang aspect, lateral region of the body and the limbs. in TCM, we always talk about the yin and the yang. And for the meridians, we need to talk about the yin and yang of the body, right? For the body, the medial part belongs to yin. Lateral, or the back, belongs to yang. And the long meridian of a hand, great yin. So just guess which region the long meridian will go. That's the medial region, right? It will go to the medial region of the body or the limbs. So that's why it's called yin meridian. Let's compare another one. Okay, take a look at this one. Large intestine meridian of hand. So this one's still hand on the upper limbs. And this one is called bright yang. So this one, that's the yang meridian. That means this one will be at the lateral region of the body and limbs. So the yin and the yang, like this part, this region will not face the sun, right? This part will not face the sun. That's why it belongs to yin. And the lateral part, right? These regions will face the sun. So this part belongs to yang.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that means yes, here, where is the long meridian? Is it here or here? One or two? The long meridian.
Inside.
Inside, number one, right?
Yeah.
Now, not number two. Long meridian of hand greater yin. So this part will never, like, not never, like it's hard to face the sun, right? Always in a kind of dark place. So that means belongs to yin. So the yin meridian will be here. Long meridian belongs to yin, so the long meridian will be here. And the large intestine belongs to yang. That means it will in the yang part of the body, right? So large intestine will be here. And also, For the lower limb, it's the same, right? This part, will not face the sun. And this part, the lateral part, that's the young part, always face the sun. So the lateral part, that's the young part, young region. And the medial, that is yin region. Oh, for now, you can take a look at your own body. Think about this question. Right? Think about the yin and the yang of the body. And that's take a break. Let's take a 15 minutes break and come back 50. Yeah, think about the yin and yang part of the body. Okay. Let's start. Continue. A sum of organs belong to yin or yang organs. If it belongs to some organs, will be yin organs. For organs, that's yang organs. Okay, so let's see this one. This one's lung. Lung is a yin organ or yang organ.
Yin.
Yeah. So lung is a yin organ. So it's a zang organ or a fu organ. It's a zang organ or fu organ.
Zhang.
That's a zang organ. So on the other hand, let's take a look at the large intestine meridian of hand bright yang. Large intestine belongs to yin organ or yang organ.
Yang.
Yang. Yeah. So it's a
Fu.
zang organ or fu organ.
Fu.
Fu, right? Yeah, right. It's a fu organ. So from the name, the four names, we know many informations. We know it starts from the hand or feet. We know it belongs to its location, right? It's in the yin part of the body or the yang part of the body. And also we know the organs, it's a zang organ or fu organ. Okay, take a look at these four names. We talk about the first and the second one. And the third one, stomach meridian of food bright yang. So this one is the lower limb, right? Related to the lower limb, the lower part of the body, because it's the food meridian. So that means this meridian, if food meridian, it means it either start from food or stop the food region. Either start or end. And it's a yang meridian. That means the yang organ, stomach is the yang organ, and it's a zang organ or fu organ, stomach.
Organ.
Fu organ, right? Fu organ. Yang, fu organ. Yin, zang organ. And spleen. So it's still the foot, and it's a yin organ. That means spleen is a zang organ. The fifth heart meridian of a hand lesser yin. Small intestine meridian of hand greater yang. Bladder meridian of food greater yang. Kidney meridian of food lesser yin. And another one, pericardium of hand terminal yin, triple energizer of hand lesser yin, gallbladder meridian of foot lesser yang, liver meridian of foot terminal yin. So take a look at these 12 meridians. Find out its a pattern. Is there any pattern here?
Yeah, it's all hand, foot, hand, or foot, hand, foot.
Yeah. So the first, that's a hand, hand, foot, foot. Right. Hand, hand, foot, foot. Hand, hand, foot, foot. And another one. Any other pattern?
Yin yang yang yin. Yin yang yang yin is like that.
Yeah, it's like yin, yang, yang, yin. Right? Yin, yang, yang, yin. Yin, yang, yang, yin. So that's why we put them in like 3 circles, 3 circles, because they all follow these patterns, like hand, hand, foot, foot, yin, yang, yang, yin, right? Okay, the next one, we needed to talk about greater yin, brighter yang, right? Greater yin. So in the first circuits, see the name is all greater yin, and this one, that's greater yin, and the 2 in the middle, that's brighter yang, bright yang.
Okay, I see.
So it's summarized here. The first circuit, the yang meridian is called bright yang. The yin meridian, that's called greater yin. In Chinese, that's Tai Yin. Bright yang, that's called Yang Ming. And the second circuit, the yin meridian, lesser yin, shao yin, greater yang, tai yang. The third circuit, the third one, terminal yin, 厥阴, and the lesser yang, 少阳. So I recommend you to remember both names, the Chinese name and the English name. Yeah, you'd better remember like the boss names. Because many teachers, they just use 太阴、阳明、少阴、太阳、厥阴、少阳。Okay. So in the first circuit, yin, yang, yang, yin. So this one, one yin, one yang. This one, one yang, one yin. In TCM, the yin and the yang supposed to be like have to be like better to be balanced. Balance yin and yang. When yin and yang are balanced, that means this person is healthy. So that's why there's one yin, one yang, one yang, one yin to make the balance. The 12 main meridians, and we can pair them, pair these 12 meridians in 2 ways. The first one, that's called exterior interior relationship. So the exterior and interior relationship between yin and yang meridians. For example, long meridian of hand, greater yin. Lower intestine meridian of hand, bright yang. That means in the same circuit, right? This one from the first one, the first circuit. This yin and this yang, they are a pair. And their relationship is exterior interior relationship. Also, we have stomach, spleen, heart, small intestine, bladder, kidney, PC, TE, pericardium, triple energizer, gallbladder, and the liver. Take a look at this first circuit. The first 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they are exterior interior relationship. Okay, see me here, right? See me here. The second one, that's a 6 channels relationship. Means they have the same name meridians. For example, lower intestine meridian of hand, bright yang. Stomach meridian of foot, bright yang. Right. The last name, all bright yang. So, like when we summarize, we have 6 channels. We have 6 channels. Greater yin, brighter, bright yang. Lesser yin, greater yang. Terminal yin, lesser yang. Let's take a look at the name. Is there any patterns here? Probably not. Okay, we just think about it. So is there any patterns here? No, right? This one, this 2 in the first circuit, this 2 in the second. This 2 in the third circuit. This one's Tai Yin, right? Greater Yin. And the greater Yang it's here. This greater Yin. And greater Yang is supposed to be here, but not. Greater Yang is here. And instead, it's bright Yang. And the lesser Yin. And the lesser Yang is here. Okay. And then the last one is a terminal Yin. So that means you need to memorize this. There's no pattern. There's no pattern. And for meridians and collaterals, you need to remember the 4 names. And their last name. Last name, right? Greater Yin, bright Yang. Okay. I will give you like 10 minutes. First, remember this part. Right. You can remember in like the first circuit, second circuit, third circuit. After you remember this, you can try to remember their 4 names. Right, 10 minutes. You can like memorize as much as you can. If you can't memorize right now, that's fine. And for meridians, the most important thing is to remember the name. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay. How much you can remember? Yeah, try to memorize in class so you don't know how to spend the time after class.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a quick test. Okay, in the first circuit, right, there are 4 meridians. What are the 4 meridians in the first circuit?
The lung,
Yes.
the lung, large intestine, the stomach, and the spleen.
Stomach, spleen. Yes, great. How about the second circuit? The first one is the heart. Second one is small intestine. Yes. And the bladder. Bladder. Think about which organ is like closely related with bladder. Kidney. Yeah, kidney, bladder, kidney. And the third circuit, the first one still similar to heart. It's called PC, pericardium. And which one is exterior and interiorly related with triple energizer, right? Yeah, right. And PC, triple energizer, PCTE. Okay, the last 2 pairs.
Gallbladder, liver.
And liver.
Yeah, gallbladder, liver. These 2 organs, like, they have a very close relationship, like even in Western medicine. Right, they're together. Yeah, so for us, like stomach, spleen, easy to understand, right? The digestive system, stomach, spleen, and bladder, kidney, gallbladder, liver. So these 3 pairs, the young meridians are fine. Sorry, the last 2 meridians in these 3 circuits are fine, easy, kind of relatively easy to remember. Right, so spend more time on the hand meridian. Foot meridian fine. Hand meridian, it's hard to understand, like lung, large intestine, right? They are like, how the lung and large intestine, they are interiorly, exteriorly related. They are kind of far away from each other, right? Lung, large intestine, heart, small intestine,
So does that mean that the ones that are paired together, like the exterior and the interior one, they're more likely to cross or infect each other, like you were saying before?
Yes, right.
Okay.
So the meridian, right? Same as it's reasonable. It's reasonable, right? Stomach, spleen. And for the head meridian, and TE, triple energizer. Like in Western medicine, we even don't have these organs, triple energizer. In TCM, we do have this organ. TE, this organ, circulate qi, circulate the original qi, the source qi, the original qi, and circulate the fluid in the body. It's an organ. It's an organ.
So is it like an invisible organ or something?
Yes, right. Invisible ones.
Wow.
The invisible organs. And it's like, think about this one. It's like membranes, like that. It's like a membranes. Membranes like through the body and circulate the original qi and fluid in these membranes. Right? What is a medicine? We don't have this one. Okay, so your homework is memorize the organs, the meridians. Yeah, memorize their full names. Okay. Okay, this one talk about the distribution of the meridians. Long, the pathway, the long meridian, the pathway, anterior portion of the inside of the arm. Inside of the arm, that's the in part, the medial, right? The medial part of the arm. Pictures. See, long meridian. Okay. So that's the long meridian. That's the long meridian. From here. Anterior portion of the inside of the arm. So anterior portion. So that means that's the anterior portion. That's the middle. So what, like, sometimes it's hard to understand why is this side is called anterior. So this position, we know that's the Western medicine anatomical position, right? The hand is like this. And this position, right? Look at the thumb. The thumb is facing the front. Right? The thumb is facing the front. So that's the TCM anatomical position. So that means the anterior, that uses this position. The TCM anatomical position. The thumb, right? Take a look. Yeah, that's the long meridian. Right, long meridian. Start, ends at the thumb. So that means the meridians are here. You can't see because it's in the medial side. Right, but we know it's on the thumb. And in this position, it will make it easier to understand. The thumb is in the front. So the meridians here. So the meridian, the position is anterior. Anterior means the front. Right. If there's a meridian, on the small finger, if here, here, if it is here. So if we use a TCM anatomical position, so this one, that's the posterior. Right, so here. This inside, that means the in part. And large intestine outside of the arm. That means the yang region of the arm. Right. The inside and outside tells you that's the yin or yang. And this two is all like anterior. That's the hand. Okay, that's the hand. This one hand too. This one, that's the hand too. Okay, this one in the first circuit. How about this one? PC and Sanjiao triple energizer.
The third one.
So this one is in the
Third one.
yeah, third one. Okay. And this one, that means the second one. Okay. The first one or anterior, second one, posterior, third one in the middle. Okay. So for example, this one, that's the posterior. This one, that's the anterior. How about let's see this one? about this one? Between this and this, that's the middle. Okay, anterior. First the circuit, lung and the large intestine there. Second one, posterior, heart and small intestine. And the third one, the middle, PC and TE. So this one, do you think this one is PC or TE? So this one, so it's PC or TE? Take a look.
Would
In
be
the middle.
heart.
Yeah, in the middle. And inside, that means yin portion. Outside means the yang. Okay, so this part, that's the yin part of the arm, or the yang part of the arm. This region.
Yang part.
Yang part. Yeah. Now look at your palm, right? Look at your palm. And look at your palm. And look at your arms. The skin color is relatively lighter. Right? Because this part, normally they will not face the sun. So the palm, that's the yin part,
Oh, okay.
right? Yeah, look at your palm. Look at the skin color, skin tone. Yeah, the yin part, the medial, normally will not face the sun. So relatively it's lighter. So that's the yin part. So that means that's the yin part. Inside, right? Inside, that's the yin part. Inside, that's the yin part. And it's in the yin part. And in the middle, right? In the middle. So we will know this one is PC. Right? In the middle and the yin part of the arm, that's PC. Hey, hey, hey. 不要弄那个东西了，好不好呀？一会儿。
好吧，好吧，妈妈，知道我错了。
Okay, let's keep going. That is the posterior portion. Okay, this one. That's the posterior portion. So on the in part. So which meridian this one is? Posterior. In part.
The heart.
Yes, that's the heart.
Mm.
Right? Lung, PC, and the heart. They are all on the in part of the arm. So this one, anterior, this one, that's the lung. In the middle, that's a PC. And the posterior, that's TE. Sorry, not TE, heart. Okay, that's the in part. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Yeah, the back of the hand. Or dorsum, right? Dorsum. This part. This region always face the sun. That's the young part. And let's see. This one. How to describe its position? This one. If we use the TCM anatomical position. So first is anterior, middle, or posterior. This one.
Posterior middle.
It's close. It close to the
Close
thumb.
to the thumb is the
Yeah, close to the thumb. Think about it. The thumb facing the front.
anterior.
Yeah, right. Right. Everyone agree? Take a look at the lung. Huh? Okay. Thumb. It's on the thumb. So lung that's anterior. And the large intestine on the young part, that's anterior. Right, close to thumb, that's anterior. Close to the small finger, that's the posterior. Okay, so on the young part, is there any other organ meridians? Large intestine, that's one. Right, this one, the large intestine. Which one in the middle? Which one? Posterior.
The heart and the small intestine.
Yeah, posterior. Take a look at this one. That's the small intestine. See the little finger, small finger, the pinky. That's the posterior. Okay, that's the back, right? That means that's the posterior. And the TE. Right, the T in the middle. They're all on the young part of the arms. Right? Let's take a look at in the first circuit. That's lung and the large intestine, right? Lung here, some, and the large intestine is here. That means the lung meridian is just on the opposite side of large intestine meridian. Yeah, they are exterior, interior related. Large intestine and lung. This one, that's large intestine, anterior, young part, close to the thumb, lung, anterior, right, the in part. Or you can buy some model. You know, there's some models. Let's see. Go. Share with you. Right, like models like this. You know, our body is 3D, not 2D, not flat. So if you have like a model like this, it will be much easier for you to understand. Those ones. That's a good one. No, it's so expensive. It's supposed not that expensive. Okay, you can just buy a small one. Don't have to be this expensive. It's terrible. So that means the long meridians here and the large intestinal meridians here. So if you have this model, 3D model, will be much easier for you to understand the meridians. Okay, that's the hand, right hand. Feet are the same. Spleen, stomach. In the first circuit, liver and gallbladder. Kidney, bladder. The liver, gallbladder, that's the third one. That's the foot meridian, okay? That's the hand. This side, that's the hand meridian. And that is the foot meridian.你过来，把这个做完，把这个都做完。So let's take a look at the foot meridian. So this is the same, right? For the hand, anterior, middle, posterior. For the foot, same. Anterior, middle, posterior. Okay. This one just is the legs, on the legs. And still inside, outside, that's the in part. and that's the yang part. Let me turn on spleen. Mark. Spleen. Stomach spleen, right? Stomach spleen. Stomach, that's the yang meridian. First the circuit. Okay. Stomach. All right, I think we have one here. No, this one's better. Take a look at this one. That's the stomach. That's the spleen. Yeah, this part. That's the yin part. And the front and the side. That's the yang part. That's the stomach. That's the spleen. Anterior. Spleen, stomach. Kidney. Take the bladder. Yeah, that's the bladder. Okay, that's the kidney. Right, kidney is the in part. Bladder, that's the yang part. Right, the back, then the side, the lateral side. So for the feet, for the legs, like this part, that's the yin part. Okay. And this part, that's the yang part. So yin part, kidney, right, the medial side, yang part, bladder, gallbladder, and the liver. Right, they are a pair, interiorly, exteriorly related with each other. Yeah, gallbladder. Right, the gallbladder is the yang meridian. Yang meridian, the yang part, right, the lateral side. And the liver meridian, right, so here. Right, the green one. The green one. So take a look at it here. This green one, that's the liver. And this purple one, that's the spleen. And this orange one, that's the kidney. So the foot meridian is not like the hand meridian. Hand meridian, there's patterns. Foot meridian, there's patterns, but there's some surprise. Like for the liver meridian, from here, from this spot, liver meridian is in the front, right? And from here, the liver meridian go to the middle. Go to the middle. Okay, so the questions could ask you like below this point, what's the sequence of the liver, spleen, and the kidney meridian? Right, sequence from anterior to the posterior will be liver, spleen, kidney. Below this point. Okay, and the question could be above this point. What's the sequence of these three meridians? So the sequence will be spleen, liver, kidney. Okay. So for now, we just generally know this because there's 120 hours we will study this part, right? So if for now you cannot remember, that's fine. Go back here. So liver, I just talk about liver. Below that part, that spot, liver is anterior. But above that spot, liver will go to the middle. 你上去睡觉去吧，好吧，去了，带着依依上去了。So anterior, but generally they follow this like pattern: anterior, middle, posterior. Okay, so we'll stop here. Next class we will talk about the rest. Yeah, for this class, what you have to, the homework is remember these channels, 12 main channels. Remember their names, right? And generally remember their distribution, right? It's anterior, middle, or posterior, right? On the in part of the arm or the young part of the leg, like this. You don't have like exactly know the pathway for now, but generally you know, like generally I know, okay, the lumbar meridian, anterior. Yeah, that's the TCM anatomical position, anterior, and the in part of the arm, or it's called inside of the arm. Also, remember the two relationships. What are the two relationships? Anyone can recall? So for example, these two, what relationships these two have?
Exterior and interior.
Yes, right. And how about the next one? What relationship? For example, large intestine and stomach. We call it like the same last name. Right. It's called, formally, it's called a 6 channels relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the same last name. Like this one belongs to Yang Ming, right? Yang Ming, bright young. Yeah, remember this one? And it will be good for the first class. The next class, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. Yeah, you can make a note, right? And bring this note with you. And if you have time, just read several times. And finally, you can remember. So is there any other questions?
So we have to remember this for tomorrow. Was that it?
Mhm.
Or next week?
Next week. Next week is
Next
fine.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what do you think? The first class is okay? Like,
Yeah, thank you.
good. Okay.
Yeah, it's very good.
Like how much percentage you can like understand?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can think about this class and you can ask me tomorrow if you figure out any questions. Okay, so that's for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.